The city of love, Paris, with 2 kids under 4.
Traveling with toddlers, everybody.
You're going to need all the help you can get. Paris is one of the world's most iconic and romantic cities, but with a less than friendly reputation.
Can we go and do something else?
Yes.
What's it like to travel to as a family?
I promise you that this video isn't entirely about the Eiffel Tower.
And how do you make sure that the big and little kids are equally delighted by the experience? Well, let's see how we got on and whether or not we'd do it again.
Crusoe, can you remember where we are?
In Jaipur.
No, we're not in Jaipur anymore, buddy. Can you try again? In the city, that's right. Can you remember what the city's called?
We are here in Paris.
This one is too far away.
Well, it was too far away, and then we got in an aeroplane and we came to Paris.
And now we're not so far away at all.
So let's go and have a look at the Eiffel Tower.
Definitely thought it was that way then.
Me. Tara thinks it's the other way though. I think it's this way. Let's go.
Okay, now look up. Come look here. Come look here. Come stand next to Dad. And look up. What can you see up there?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Done, buddy.
I'll get there.
Can we go and see whether we can get there?
So it is a little bit chilly this morning. Not too bad though. We were expecting temperatures of about 14, 15 degrees Celsius today.
And sunshine.
And sunshine, which for me, this is my 3rd trip to Paris, and it's the first time I will be seeing it under blue skies. Usually this city for me has always been grey, wet and very, very cold. It's also not my favourite European city. I'm just going to say that now, because I'm really hoping that by the end of this trip, I'll be convinced otherwise. But I'd love to hear what your experience are of Paris. I think Paris always has this kind of romance attached to it. You know, the city of lights, everybody comes here, kind of, it's very romantic. It's very exciting. It's got so much glamour and fashion.
Does the romance die when you step in a dog poo though?
Yes, it
I
does.
mean, I don't know.
Or, I'm going to say this, we can edit it out. You sit next to a Parisian in a restaurant with 2 screaming toddlers. Starts to feel quite not very romantic at that point. Anyway, we're going to have a lovely day regardless. I am sure of that. So we booked a hotel that's kind of, I don't know, what's it, a 15-minute walk to the Eiffel Tower? Ish?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, we'll go and see what the day has in store. I'm hoping croissants.
What do you see, Sawyer?
Digger.
A digger?
So wait with Mummy.
When you're 1.5 and 3, sometimes diggers trump the Eiffel Tower. That's just the way it is. Surely one of the most iconic structures on our planet, surely. Okay, so I promise you that this video isn't entirely about the Eiffel Tower. We're going to be doing lots of fun other stuff, but it is the Eiffel Tower and it definitely deserves a certain amount of time spent on it, doesn't it?
I think so. It's very beautiful. This is a lovely time of day to come as well. The light is amazing.
It's the first time, I think, in my life, and I've been to Paris many times like Tara, it's the first time in my life that I've been here to watch the Eiffel Tower sort of almost with the sunrise, and that is because of these boys here. They got us up super early this morning. Good for them.
So if you're new to our channel and you don't really know what to expect from this video, I suppose you could describe our travel videos as being kind of just real experiences of what we find when we go to places. Our India series set the bar really high on that kind of format where we just tell it like it is. We share the good, the not so good, the challenging, and the truly kind of awe-inspiring stuff that we see when we travel. And with all of these travels, we want to try and expose our kids to as much diversity as possible. So having just been in India for 5 weeks, we thought a weekend in Paris kind of, you know, pretty cool. One of the most iconic European cities, and something totally different to riding in a tuk-tuk through Jaipur. For us, it's all about showing them that the world's a really big place with lots and lots of diversity and that it all has got something to offer. So if you're new, please remember to hit the subscribe button. And even if you've been here a while, can you make sure that you've hit that subscribe button, please? It really helps to support our channel, helps us grow, and hopefully means that we can do a few more of these trips in the future and get these boys around the world. I've never been up the Eiffel Tower, and the only reason is because I cannot be bothered with standing in a queue. It's not that important to me to go up to the top. I'd much rather, if there is a queue, spend that time sat on the lawn looking at it, or wandering the streets of Paris looking for the best croissant. People watching, just hanging out, kind of pottering around the shops. Standing in queues to do tourist things, it's not my bag. But let's go see. Maybe today we're in luck.
All right, we're a bit early, I think. Opens at 9:30. There's the prices.
$29.40 to go to the top.
And the boys are free.
It also opens at 9:30. It's now 22:09.
Oh wow, in an hour.
Yeah.
Shall we go and do something else?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe come back later.
Maybe come back later. Okay, so we've parked the idea of going up the Eiffel Tower for now. And we're going to go and see if we can find a hop-on, hop-off bus. Also not something we've done in a European city before as a family. But we're kind of trying to figure out how to do this with the kids. Crusoe's now 3 and Sawyer is a year and a half. And keeping kiddies entertained in cities is part of the enjoyment for the entire family. So we're going to go and do that and see if we can get to some iconic places. And I think probably at the end of the day, we'll end up in a playground. So let's go see what we can see.
A playground called the Louvre.
I don't know that that's a playground suited to 3-year-olds and 1.5-year-olds.
Okay, so we are now going to go and find a hop-on, hop-off bus of no particular branding or description or persuasion, because there are a few of them. The only prerequisite is that the roof of the bus is wide open so that we can be on a bus without a roof.
Fun.
We've seen a toot bus, everybody. Look right there. Hang on, that's one of them. We've also seen a big bus. But I think the toot bus has got the more friendly natural gas buses.
Okay, so moment of truth. On the app, it said that the bus is temporarily stopping here because of the road works. But there's no signs here, so we don't know if we've done the right thing. So if this bus stops for us, happy.
Happy, happy.
If it doesn't, it's 10 more minutes of waiting in the cold. Wait. The good news is I can see on that bus that the front seats at the top are free.
Is it? How do you see that?
Because my eyes are 11 years younger than yours.
Sure. So we stood at this other bus stop last time next to the digger, and the last bus driver told us to go to the other place. Quick! Oh, he's just indicated to the next person as well. What? Gone. Ah, this sucks. I feel like I'm back on a train station in India.
I can't even breathe.
Let's go, Mum. Let's go in it.
Brilliant. Okay. Off you go.
Right.
Try and get some nice seats. Wow, there we go. Look.
Right.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Isn't that cool? Oh.
Right, we're on. And that's all that matters. Hey.
I see more pigeons. I see Eiffel Tower.
Cool.
Okay, so the Toot bus might not have the most up-to-date app, but what I like about it is their buses are powered by natural gas,
Okay.
so they're a bit more environmentally friendly. And these earphones,
Yeah,
sorry, didn't sleep very well last night. These earphones are biodegradable.
that's good.
It's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And they've just told us that the Eiffel Tower was for 40 years the tallest structure in the world, not building in the
Until
world.
it was dethroned by the Chrysler building.
Yeah.
So getting on this bus was John's idea, which is quite extraordinary. When he said to me, let's go to Paris and we can go on the hop-on, hop-off bus, I had to double take. I had to ask him to tell me again, because this is probably the most touristy thing you can do in a city. And that's not how John's used to travelling. It's certainly not even how I'm used to travelling, really. A little bit more than John, but this is what happens when you travel with kids. You know, things change and you do different things. This is the perfect way to get around the city with the kids. They're delighted. They're on the top of a bus that doesn't have a roof. They can see everything and we don't have to carry them all day long.
It's great, yeah.
Obviously, most people would have a buggy. We're not a big fan of a buggy because we find them quite cumbersome. We like to have these backpacks and carriers. They make life a lot quicker and you're a lot more nimble on your feet. But, you know, obviously then you are carrying a 3-year-old all day long. Do you know what? It's something for the whole family really as well, because I really love the facts. It's fun, and this is a really easy way to get given facts. I don't have to Google it, I don't have to know what questions to ask. I just stick my earphones in and they're going to tell me loads of stuff. So the Eiffel Tower grows or shrinks by 6 inches every year depending on the temperature, and the cumulative distance travelled by the elevators that go up and down it is 2.5 times around the world every single year.
That's a lot.
Quick break from Paris, everybody, because I am packing again. But this time I'm travelling on my own with the boys and heading back to Zimbabwe to see my family for a couple of weeks. I am absolutely terrified about the flights, but let me tell you one thing that is making it all so much easier is having my beautiful level 8 cases by my side. So I thought I'd take the chance to tell you about them again, in case you're on the hunt for new luggage, because, well, really, you can stop hunting now, because you just found it. There's so many reasons why I love these cases, but one of the things is just the incredible quality. They're so sturdy. They're super easy to push around the airport as well, so I'm going to have my hands full with both the boys on my own. But they're so easy to push that Crusoe is going to take hold of the hand luggage. I love that there's these extra pockets. This one here is waterproof, and I've got my beautiful matching set. We chose this set as our first set from level 8. I love the colour, but it's also got this kind of rough textured finish, which is great because it just wipes clean. Once you get all those scuffs that you get from kind of moving in and out of aeroplanes, it's really easy to clean and get it looking all pristine again. I like that there's this handle on the top to be able to pull it off the carousel nice and easily. And when I've got them both packed, they just feel really snazzy. And there's nothing not to love about that. So if you're on the hunt for new luggage, there's lots to choose from matching sets to standalone pieces, and our unique link is in the description below. So please give it a click, check out their website and use our code TheNewbys15 for 15% off. And as always, please let me know where you're going to take your bags this year. I would love to hear all about your travel plans, and I suppose, wish me luck.
I see cobblers.
You seeing more cobblers? Yeah, well done, Crusoe, you're right. All right, that was fun. That's the Louvre right there behind me. And we're going to go and have a coffee now. Largest museum in the world, everybody. Amazing.
There we go, pastries in hand, hot chocolate and a digger,
Yeah.
green space, a blue sky. What more could you possibly want?
The Arc de Triomphe,
The Arc de Triomphe.
the Eiffel Tower,
Love it.
the Louvre.
Our children staring into drains.
What are you doing? What do you see now? What's going on?
Oh dear. Travelling with toddlers, everybody.
So let's go.
Who wants a croissant?
Yeah. The thing about having been to Paris many times, multiple times, both of us have been here a few times, is that when you come to places like Le Louvre, you with kids, and you know, it's kind of unfair to go and spend a whole day meandering your way around the corridors of one of the world's greatest museums when you've got 2 kids in tow. I think if this was my first time to Paris, I'd feel deeply disappointed by that. But because I've been a few times, I'm just really okay.
It was our first time. I think we'd try and tackle it with the kids.
Yeah, maybe. You know, you could probably go in there for an hour, hour and a half, see the big things, and then Mona Lisa, stuff like that. She's got soup on her face at the moment, though, hasn't she? Hey? All right.
2 minutes
looks
apiece
like
while
fun.
they chase the birds.
Yeah. What should we do next?
Lunch?
Lunch? Okay, so around about 24 minutes, quite exact that number, 24-minute walk from Le Louvre, where we are, is a park called Parc de Luxembourg, and it's pretty well set up for kids, big wide open space. I think there's some coffee shops and little restaurants there as well, and there's some climbing frames and stuff for the boys to do. So we're going to head over in that direction now. It is widely publicised. So Lonely Planet talk about it, Time Out talk about it as a great place to take kids. So, you know, as long as it's a big wide open space, I think that's probably enough.
It's a beautiful day for it.
Yeah, let's go and have a look.
Oh, you lost a digger. Oh, did Sawyer's last bit of croissant just get... Oh, buddy.
I'm sorry, shall we get you another one later?
Not happy about that, hey?
Come on then, let's go.
Okay, so that's hilarious. Let's just walk 25 minutes to get to the playground. Both gone to sleep.
So, with 2 sleeping boys and a bit of dog poo on John's shoe,
Come on, Paris.
we'd arrived at Jardin de Luxembourg to this sign, which basically says that we aren't allowed to film inside the gardens without permission from the Senate, which all sounded a little too serious for us to not take seriously. So instead of showing you the very cool playground, a lovely glass of rosé, and 2 very happy little boys and their parents, we'll just have to tell you that it was 100% worth it. The setup is perfect for families, so if you find yourself in Paris with your kiddos and need a place to burn off some steam, then this is it. Although do be warned, there is a small fee to get into the playground and it's a single entry ticket. Anyway, you'll just have to see it for yourself.
Okay, so having a city tour anywhere in Europe, one of the prerequisites in my mind of a successful trip is always going to be not falling downstairs. Is always going to be a trip on the metro. We like trains here in the Newbys family, and the metros are especially exciting. More so today because apparently the ticket machines aren't working, so it's all free. So we're off to see the Sacré-Cœur on the Parisian metro. What I particularly like about this subway, we're in Victor Hugo right now, is the apocalyptic feel of the lights.
Yeah, with the ticket machines not working, free rides for everybody. There's a really scary, enormous dude standing by the door with like sunglasses on. And the apocalyptic lights and the sound of trains.
Here we go. Let's do it. Quick.
It goes under the ground.
We're going under the ground, yeah.
It's going under the ground, Mum.
Oh, really? Good fun. See
we were in a tunnel, like the big yellow digger.
Good job, buddy. You want a train?
Okay, because I can't work out the ticket machine, we're going up
gonna
the
walk.
stairs.
Yeah, with 100 million other people that have just
Yeah, we seem
arrived
to have
as well.
found ourselves in the midst of a walking tour.
Cool.
Shame. Let's go.
That's a lot of steps.
That was hard work,
That was
eh?
really hard work.
It's not for Crusoe.
Nerve to be going, come on, Mum, faster.
Really.
Really threw him off. Okay, one last flight.
One last flight of steps. Yeah, let's go up that one and have a look for you from the top. Because we all know the views are always better from the top, don't we?
Indeed.
That's really big stairs, Mom.
All right, that's the Sacré-Cœur. There are two things that I'm constantly reminded of every time I come to the Sacré-Cœur. The first is the Parisian skyline, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. And the second is, I think it was a South Park episode where the man was swearing, and instead of swearing, he went Sacré-Cœur.
That's exactly what I know. That is exactly
So,
It's not a swear word.
I think it was South Park anyway. So for whatever reason,
I'm sure I used to say that as a kid.
Sacré-Cœur. So for whatever reason, that stuck in my head.
What's next?
What's next? We're going to go and can our way down some streets,
Okay, cool. Sounds
isn't
fun.
it?
Got the 3-year-old on my back.
Yeah.
Nice. I know nothing about the Moulin Rouge. To me, that looks like a windmill from the Netherlands. All I know is about the can, right? But the other bits of it, no idea.
So that's not actually the Moulin Rouge yet. That's just a windmill at the start of the road where the Moulin Rouge, by the way, is in Pigalle, which is an area renowned for the nightlife, shall we say. And the can has become a fairly popular tourist destination. So it's no longer as raunchy and as how do we say? Anyway, it's fairly family friendly nowadays. Maybe not family friendly, but fairly old people friendly that don't like dodgy things.
There you go. Like me.
Or like you, gets totally embarrassed at the thought of knickers.
Well, on that note, we're going to have to come clean. From this point on, our day descended into one ruled by the whims of toddlers, which, if you've had some of your own, you'll know, can be a bit of a challenge. So, what's the verdict? Well, Paris is undoubtedly a city like none other, and we certainly found enough to keep us all entertained, well-fed, and generally pretty happy. Parisians get a bad rap for being a wee bit grumpy, and we have to say, we felt that. But for a couple of nights away from our home in Portugal, it was perfect. And we think if you've got little people and you're on the hunt for a European city break, then Paris certainly has something for everyone in the family.